Hi everyone, I'm so super happy about today's live video. And you know what means to own your superpower? It's it's beyond happiness. It's like truly achievement. And my superpower, I believe. I know and I believe. And today I want to talk about difference about knowing and believing. And this is actually a huge one, like what I'm going to tell you today. It's like the highest level of absolute creating reality for us, when we don't have to question it, when we don't have to hesitate, when we just like even don't have to invest our focus there, because we know. So I born with the knowing of manifestation and the sacred knowledge how we create reality, and that everything is possible, and that everyone is limitless, and small and big are really equal to create as the miracle. And I'm born with the sacred knowing, but my beliefs was on the different stage all my life. And all my miraculous what I have done in my life, it's when my knowing and my belief was aligned. And I was practicing this like whatever I wanted. And when people was asking how you did it, and I just want it, and it just like sounds fun for me, and that's how. And so that was not so much analyzing for me like how I was doing, until I got into divorce and I got into the sadness and loneliness, because that moment I decided not to involve myself with anyone else until I heal myself. So my manifestations start to drop in, and I start to feel stuck and trapped, and kind of like knowing how to do things start to be for me more difficult. I start to be like more worry and fear-based person. So that moment I met Abraham Hicks, and I heard your meditation about money, and I'm like, yes, exactly. This is, I know, this is like this. I know this with my heart. I know this with my soul. I know this is truth, and I know this is so easy. And then I noticed that Abraham is giving result based. So I understood like their result, their knowing, and there's some fucking resistance. And I start to discovering what is this resistance built of. So like more than 10 years I was discovering this resistance, and what is the alignment, and what is the like where we giving away our power, and why sometimes we can manifest what we want and sometimes we not, and like why is this, and like what does it mean ready to be ready? Is it like some magical day like we're gonna be ready, or it's inner work? So I was like really dedicate myself into understanding what is the resistance, what is the alignment. and what is the frequency, and which frequency we can create more easy. And what I like, my conclusion, my graduation on this, I would say, mastery of knowing this. I understand, like, we live on the world where we're so far from the happiness and the joy. Like, if we're talking about, it's much more easy to manifest anything we want to, result, inspiration, like contacts, and like joy, multiplied joy. We have to be on the higher frequency. But to get there, we have to understand, like, we live in the place where pain and the suffer, masochism, idea like I don't have something, is ruling. So when the person I feel now a little bit good, I can a little bit rest, but not too much, because otherwise I'm gonna feel guilty. And then I chase again, and we think like when we don't have a pain, we're happy. Actually, it's all levels, like depression, a little bit beyond depression, a little bit low, a little bit up. So they're so far to the happiness. And why we keep ourselves there? The key to really release ourselves from there, it's understand like the major ingredients for all our uncompromised, joyful life. It's our belief. In holy books, we know that it says, don't believe in idol. Believe only in heart. What does it mean? Like, we in the chase, we on the suffer, because we believe in someone or something. I hear some people saying, like, it's the radical things to say, but I've been meeting people like this. They're saying, like, I don't believe in God, I don't believe in evil. And I like, so in what do you believe? They say, I don't believe nothing. But it's not true. We create it in a way that we're driven by belief. But we have to understand, like, where we believe, that's our major leading point. Some people who say, I don't believe in this, I don't believe in this, but I do believe in money. I do believe in status. I do believe in, for example, approval, appreciation of others. So, all of this, and it can be more than one. If it's a more than one, then the person feel more trapped in the low frequency, because they're kind of like many owners dictate their own rules and understanding how life is gonna be. So, easy manifestation and alignment to resistance-free life is to align to believe in self, to take back our power from where we give away our focus, when we put someone on idealization, and even though it can be our parents. So when we put somebody on the pedestal of our life, we start to operate from their own belief system. That's how we feel trapped. Like, I know it's not like this. I know I want different, but why I feel guilty, why I feel chasing, pleasing, denial, compromising, because we not operate from our own belief system. And that's how also women feel like it's more easier in a way in the beginning for few first years operate from the mindset of man, of the linear, of the achiever, of the like I'm super hunter, super powerful, super strong woman, I can do anything. In the beginning it can be joyful to come out of the hunger and start to say like, I don't depend on anyone now, I can do it, I can have money, I can have my bacon on the table, I can be independent. Yeah, in that moment we like practicing that muscle of I want it, I have it, but from what point? Like in that moment, if we think like I'm operate like a man, it's mean idea that the man is more powerful than woman became on my pedestal of my life. So I start to operate from the mindset of the man. So he became my idol. And the power of alignment is to be individual, not try to change ourselves and not try to fix. All this idea like I have to be better, I have to be better, I have to train myself to be better, it's totally opposite direction from our heart. Like if you want to live life without compromising, joyful life, like truly creative, inspiring, like life of excitement, like I tell you this, you know, why we been experience worldwide crisis and there's so many rate of suicidal mode because of the depression. And what is the depression? And I'm sure that I know how to flip that mindset very, very fast. Depression and the worldwide crisis, it's the agree, like give up to idea like whatever I want to live, it's not possible, it's too difficult, it's hard, it's not possible. So the person still in the physical body, but the disappointment of life is so high because of the belief that the life like I want to live, it's not possible. It's because there are no excitement, there are no joy, there are no like, oh, that's excite me and I'm gonna have it. And you know why I'm so sure that I'm gonna have it? Because I believe in myself. I don't believe in the idols who saying to me it's not possible, you have to be approved, you have to chase, it's difficult, it was not possible for me and so on. They are idols for majority of us, where we giving away our belief to them. Instead of we believe in us, instead of we believe in our desire, instead of we believe in our joy and creativity and understanding like why we all have individual ingredients and quality and view and vision and taste and sparkle, because we have to believe in ourselves. That's how it became easy. That's how it became like, you know, if you've been following my teaching and you know that I'm saying like money, it's me. It's totally depend on me. And Bentina also saying like this, like money is literally me. And when I heard from Bentina first time this, I was like, what? Like what? When I started to analyzing myself, when I was like all my life, I was high frequency and I was like, I want it, let's get it, yes, done. I was not analyzing what I was doing. I started analyzing when I got on the frequency of grief, of the frequency of sorrow. I was in the deeper pain. So I wanted to create my life like joyful day by day, but I could not. So I started to analyze what's happened. And then I start to like really learning about self-development. I start to teach people about it. And I heard Bentina saying like money literally depend on you. And I was like, what? So it's basically like we even not depend on our clients, we not depend on our status, we not depend on our product, we not depend on our like spouse or family tree. This is like absolute liberation. This is like absolute freedom. So meaning we like knowing this, like how money literally depends of me, money is me. Like when I believe in different idols, I would say like people, some limited beliefs, some fears, some someone told me, for example, in school, our schools, they teach like if you want 2 apples and your friends have 5 apples and you take another apple from the friends, how many apples you have. So our all understanding about life, like if we want something, we have to get it from someone. It's like our resource base putting on someone and something. So that's how we put in idealization. People with resources somewhere there, not me. So that's how it became difficult. So when I say to you billions for fun, it sounds like too crazy, too not realistic, too not possible. In 2 months, results how it can be done? No way. So it's possible because in 2 months I'm able point by point to show you where you're giving away your power to that idols, and I can show you on what beliefs you've been operating. For example, if you're talking about difficulty on money, yeah, so if you, for example, put on your mom on your idealization, like you depend on her approval and try to please in her, or maybe you in fight with her. So if there no flaw, there misalignment. So misalignment is always exchange our beliefs. It's kind of like we became like that twins who have one heart, and flow circulate between 2 of us. So if she's not believe that money is easy, and I know that it's easy, I would be operate on her belief as well. So if, for example, you already know how to create 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 or 500,000, and now we're talking about billions, and you're like, what? Maybe it sounds fun, but if we're talking about like who on your idealization and that person would think about it, and you're like, oh no, that's not possible. So if you're gonna take back your beliefs from that idols who is limiting you, you will see what means alignment, and you will understand that manifestation actually is very easy. And the most excitement, like for me, this program, Billions for Fun, resources, to have resources, it's definitely fun. It's definitely open up like so many opportunities, and make physically real our ideas and our creations and our fulfillment. This is so fun. But for me, this program is like so owning my life, like absolutely, because this program is the permission to live. Like this is absolute self-belief, unshakable confidence. This is the excitement. It's kind of like, for me, a few months ago, I found out that I had depression, and for a long time. And then I found out that I had anger. And this is two things wasn't me. I would say since my childhood, and it was hidden so well. Like when a few months ago this is unfold, I was shocked. So how come that was hidden so well? Because I was like having on me greatest obligation that I have to, like, I'm obligated for well-being of my families, of my clients, of the whole world. And when I was on that mode, like, I even didn't know that I was stressed. I even didn't know that I was so exhausted and so tired, because the obligation was like so heavy and so chronical with me. Like I even didn't know that I even didn't have a time or permission to feel my depression, like what is my life, what is my desire, because I was like, my life was so filled up with the difficulty of other people, and I was solving them, and I thought that it's normal. And when some layers I could release, and I saw that I have a depression, and I'm like, what is the depression? What is the depression? And the depression is when we actually clean up our space from obligation for others and start to feel what I really feel for myself, what I really want, honestly, what is my desire, what is my self-respect, what is my collaboration with the life, what is my desire, what is my fulfillment. Like really putting myself on the map, like where I see myself, how I feel and what I do in here. If it's not about people, it's like, what about, if it's about me, like how I feel. And then I understand, like, depression can flip instantly if I know what I feel. And depression was like, I'm lonely, my desired is cheated, I not allow me, not anyone, I cannot even blame anyone, only me. It's like the depression is the sadness that within me I have relationship, like I know how to give it to me, but I'm not given, and I cannot even blame anyone on this. That's the depression. And so I understand, like, what would be opposite, like how to not transform but flip it. And flip it, I understand, like instead of loneliness, I go to community of likewise mindset of the people who want to enjoy life without compromising, who want to understand what is our individual quality and the sparkle. It's kind of like playground on the likewise mind people and the soul and heart. It's like fun fun to live. Inspire on anything that's happened. It's just like be focused on like what I want. It's kind of like TV with different channels, and we have remote control that we can choose what kind of movie I want to watch now. So same our frequency. So from loneliness I come to community of full of joy community, and then from their sadness and try to kill time, I flip it into excitement. Like I start to love what I really want for myself, and I'm so happy and excited, like I'm getting it. You know how I'm so confident, like I'm getting it? Because I totally believe in myself. I knew that it's possible, and now it's aligned to I believe in me. So it's definitely, it's done. So when Abraham is talking about like excitement, is it the logic? Is it the next logical step? Yes, it is. So when we align knowing and believing, that is became next logical step. It's like, I know it's possible. I believe in it. I want it. It's so excitement. And yes, I need it. And yes, I'm going to multiply joy of it. And I'm going to multiply benefits for other people as well on it. So this has become like, wow. So depression, it's not a long time healing disease. No, it's actually understanding like how we feel and flip it absolutely totally different, like, and how to get it. It's like permission to get yourself out from other idols. So I know how meaningful for us love, how meaningful for us health, wealth, creativity, freedom. And all we can get easy without compromising when we start to believe in ourselves. Don't create the idols, it says in the holy books. And this is programs Billions for Fun. It's the group clarity guidance, how to take back ourself, our power, our focus from the beliefs that we create in our since our childhood in our adult. It's like in some age it's extremely difficult to change that beliefs and get it. But when I got in the alignment, like when I own my superpower, like I teach people to believe, I understood why I have this vision to see energetic level of people and where's the misalignment, because this vision has helped me to see where focus, where power was given away. That's how I instantly see energetic misalignment. That's how I can help you to take back your power of the limitation belief, of the idealization, and give it back to you. So, my love, I swear to you, there are no such things like if you're in that age, forget and just wait when you're gonna die. If you've been in that disappointment or in that trouble, or if you're born there, or if you have all these conditions, it's not stamp for your life, like you're not able to be happy. This is like so not true. Any time of our life, any moment, and that's why I've been in discovering of this resistance. I was putting myself in so many difficult situations just to prove my knowing that there are no such things like no return point. Only if we give up and say like, this it is, I'm done with it, I don't know, I don't believe. When I was living in Bali, and I met a beautiful lady, like we went together for some meditation, and like we recognize each other because we both like fashion, and so many years in Bali we not give up. Like there are some people start wearing sarong and don't care about look, but me and he was still like investing in the style, and all the time looks like sparkle and interesting. So one time I met her and Echo Beach, and I look at her like, oh my god, she looks so bad. And I look at her like, what's happened? And she like, it's so difficult for me to live in Bali. And I said, I totally understand. I feel like trapped. I mean, Bali, it's a beautiful place, especially if you come there as a tourist, or if you found the great business to do. But if you live in long time and stuck with the property, that you have property and you don't have an income, and it's like it can be a very challenging place. So after many years living in Bali, and I could not get out of there, I felt trapped, and I met her, and I say, what's happened? And she like, I feel so challenging in Bali. And then I went to my hometown in Italy, and I look how people live in Bali. I understand, like I don't want to live there like this as well. So I back in Bali, and I give up to this kind of life. So for me it was like, wow, it's so sad when people give up of not knowing that there are a way between, like, I don't want this and I don't want this, so I would choose from what I want, what I don't want less. You know what I mean? So it's like we meant to live life that full of excitement, and it doesn't matter where we born or what gender we are, or what's happened in our life, or what is our age. It's all doesn't matter, you know, because this is understanding of manifesting our life, and the desire driven life. It's like desire, it's not a torture. Desire, it's our golden compass to understand, like, this is the roadmap. Follow your desire, it will never be end. Just don't say no to it. And there's so many people who don't know how to achieve them, and they feel irritated when we're talking about desire and the life based on the desire. So they just go in denial and give up. But this is how we go out of alignment. This is how we split. It's like our soul show us desire driven life full of joy, and if we like give up on the idea, I don't know how to create it, or it's too hard to compromise, I don't want to do it, so we give up on like denial, and we start to lie ourselves, like I don't want to do it. Then we have like depression and inner sadness, and we just wasting time for So my point is, I invite you for this program that I will start 1st of November, and till 18th of October I have mentorship for the early birds program called Billions for Fun. This is group clarity guidance on restore self-belief, unshakable confidence. And in this program I also have options that you can sign up. Result with the guarantee, meaning if you don't have particular result, you're gonna return the payment that you pay for this program. Because this is billions for fun. It's not only about resources and big resources and easy resources. It's about excitement and freedom and permission and be bold and be visible and be aligned and be sober and be adequate and live like life here and now, present. Like unshakable confidence, the most sexiest things in our world, because it's open up it's like a master key. It's like open up any door that we want to our desire, without compromising, without chasing, without pleasing. This is like the mindset of the abundance. And this is like abundance and clarity on what we want. It's with us all the time. Sometimes we don't hear it. It's only because we split within. It's like one thing I want it, and another thing like we are so realistically thinking how to get it. And this realistic how to get it, it's have nothing to do with the alignment and excitement and joy. And because we believe in this situation, we believe in realistic. So realistic sit on our idealization, and we come to realistic and say like, realistic, can you explain the sacred law of divine, how the world was being created? And the realistic has no idea about it, because it's a man-made. It's not the sacred laws. It's the logical, it's the exchange of our time or exchange of our action base or our physical base. Okay, so manifestation based on the self-belief, based on the alignment, choosing our true desire, saying boldly yes to it, saying no to the compromise or denial or guilt on it. That's what is really gonna give you life that you, I don't know what about you, but for me it's the owning of my life. It's the freedom. It's the freedom from resistance. It's the permission to live. Permission to live on all area of my life. It's the art of having it all, really. And it's frequency, yes. Alignment is yes. Desire, yes. But if you practice in manifestation, you understand, you would agree with me that sometimes it's work, sometimes it's not work, and you kind of like, I cannot really rely on it 100%, even if I try. It's because our belief have to be aligned on our heart, on our soul, on our well-being, on our divine frequency, on our divine truth. Being individual meaning like I don't have to like and want what you want. And that's why like these billions for fun, yes, this is about the big resources, easy, but it's not only about money. Because understanding like what I can do, when I understand like I don't have a limitation or able to do in this life. Little bit I open up from my own life story. In many lives I have situation where for the money our family been killed and things like this. So in me I had the biggest blockages for the money in order to protect me. But what was given to me by my soul, by my divine creation, is the sacred knowledge how we manifest reality, how we create reality, what is the frequency and all of this manifestation stuff. And I had abundance mindset, meaning abundance, it's not only plenty of things. Abundance is to have desire in the moment of desire, doesn't matter how it's gonna come. So I've been practicing abundance mindset and create on this so many miracles, and like so meaning like if I want for example dress, I can imagine that I have this dress and I get the dress without buying the dress, something like this. And there are so many ways how to manifest it. So this is the abundance mindset. And one time I just like was so done with it, even though I was very grateful, but I just wanted to, I could manifest anything, but with money I had difficulty. Like with money I had someone have to be in the chain to create that. So I was like, since my 70 I was working with like this founders, investors, and politician leaders, so the men who like speed, high frequency, big resources. So it was fun for me because when I was putting them in my chain of the manifestation, I could get a cash. But so that's how that's protection of my family was not. I could escape that. I could avoid that. And when I just like done, I knew about this protection. I could feel that resistance, and I was so angry on this. And it was with me till the moment when I understood how make my belief system safe. Like many of us like want big resources and want great lifestyle, but on subconscious level they feel like it's not safe, so they prefer to chase to get small result, eat it, spend it, and chase again. So that's how they keep themselves safe. So when I understood how wealth and money are safe, this is also about belief system, this is operation system, this is like alignment. I could switch off my protection from the money. And that's how I start to like, yes, so now billions for fun. I wrote this book a few years ago, but I didn't publish yet because I was still mastering the difference between knowing how things, like how we manifest things, how we create reality, and believe in that. And believe, again, I'm saying this, like when our belief fully in us, then alignment between I know, I want, I believe became instant. And that's how we see like all the miraculous inspiration and like truly follow our inspirational impulse, our golden compass, our soul, our guidance. And this is became not based by logical oriented, like I mean logic of the humanity. When we know the sacred knowledge how we create reality, there are also logic involved, but it's kind of like a higher self logic. Okay, for example, higher self logic. I know, I believe, I align to this frequency, I feel it, so I vibrate it, so I feel it in my hands. I feel it, so I see it. I believe it, yeah? So first I believe it, I feel it, and then it became my reality. So this is like the highest logic. It's also logic. It's like when you fully align to what you want and you know that it's possible for you, life became full of excitement. And also what is important for me since childhood, it's like people are hurting themselves and they fight and they Imagine this idea, like if I have to feed my family, I have to get it from someone else. And if that someone else doesn't want to give it to me, what I need from my family, I manipulate, I scare them, I fight, I take it away, I steal, and different levels, like how deeply I believe like I don't have it. So alignment is understanding like I am here, I am have it, I have all the resources of the world within me. I just have to manage my alignment. So when we on this, when we owning our individuality and we're free to create anything we want, we became unit. We don't fight for the resources. We don't manipulate. We don't scare. We don't say ugly things like, if you don't buy my program, it's gonna be that and that for you. Like few days ago, I saw this post like make me so angry. Like it says like, do you know that 95% of online school, it's kind of like under criminal risk because probably tax involved. Yeah, if they're not paying the tax or things like this, or they don't know like how to pay tax, or maybe they're not. So things is, people who start online school, they start to give themselves permission to live, to try to come out of the like slavery and start to understand like this is my independence, and like, and then they see the post like 95% of online school under criminal risk. So this kind of like manipulation and scary things we no need if we know like all my resources within me, and I don't have to take it from someone or fight it for it or manipulate or please or chase. I would support people to be more wealthy, to be more free, to be more joyful, even though just to have more friends in my playground. You know what I mean? So this is sacred knowledge, and this is also holy books come from, like, don't create the idol and live from your heart. Don't copy anyone, just be individual. And we have this knowledge with us like for so many thousands of years, and somehow we went on this idealization, and it's look idol, it have to be like some far and like, but no, it just like things like we put in limited beliefs in our idealization, we put in our parents, in our family, and idealization, and if they could not succeed in their life, we put in ourselves in there as well. So the choice is yours, definitely. And if you're here to create and have fun and like absolutely take back your belief, and you are so welcome to this Billions for Fun group guidance. Yeah, even though like try to do this experiment, even though if you never thought about like billions for you, if you like in the like, I'm gonna reach my million, or now I'm going to take my 10, or things like this, if you're on this idea, imagine that you have multi-billions in your life, and feel how it's influence on your frequency, on your feelings. And even from that point of view, like would you like to have that feeling for you? It's not even about real, not real. Just feel like, what do you physically feel now? What is your emotional quality now? How do you feel? Like when I start to practicing, like when I come out of that grief mode and sadness, I was trying so many puzzles to put in my agent of the manifest, like my spaceship of manifestation. I was thinking, okay, I could manifest before because I was couple. So what if I take back power from being like completed within me? Okay, I feel my spaceship start to like, I feel like, okay, I'm near. Okay, what else? What was the key point, like when I was manifesting before? Oh, I was happy, I was joyful. So I start to think like, okay, what are the things make me happy and joyful? That and that. I could manifest something, but it was like not consistent. It was like, and like, what else? I was looking for that puzzle. And then I start to place my desire in past, and what I noticed, that desire given to us just to keep our emotional quality consistent on the good level is kind of like when you absolutely know what you want and you put it in your past, and you like you already have it, like that experience, and you just feel like rested, and you feel more beautiful, and you feel more aligned. And even just to keep remind yourself and consistent this feeling good and rest, that's emotional healing. That's the back to alignment. And so the difference between like when we desire driven but we feel the gap between us and we don't know how, and we like trying to reach it from the chase, from hard work, from like focus, I'm gonna get it. This has became like illusion, like a mirage. It's getting farther and farther, and we exhausted and we give up and say, okay, it's not working, and we're back to the depression. But this program, Billions for Fun, it's like 2 months of healing. It's back to the alignment to resistance-free life. It's the raising up self-esteem, as take back our power, our focus, our energy from idealization, is to start to believe in me, like what I want. I believe in me, and I'm so excited that it's gonna happen. You know why? Because I believe in me. I don't depend on anyone else. I depend on my excitement and my saying yes. So our creativity became individual creativity, and our masterpiece became from the point I want to create it. I want to reteach people how to believe. I want to reteach people how to live from alignment. I want to reteach people how to live from the joyful life without compromise, without chase, without denial, and without guilt. Oh my God, that was so big. Like few months ago, when alignment like I had like so great, it's like above and above beyond this alignment and the frequency and the clarity, and it was like so divine experience. And I saw that there no guilt, and I like, oh my God, in that frequency, if I'm gonna teach people and explain like there no guilt, it's so liberating. And in that point, I was like even thinking about like to do this because I want to do it, you know, not because it's obligation or because it's greatest product. It's just like I want it from my heart. So that's how it's masterpiece. You know what is the difference? Yeah, like I created not because I obligated to create, but I created because I want it. It's so full of joy. So this is programs Billions for Fun. It's the permission for life, permission for alignment to self-belief, to restore our faith in us and liberate ourselves from idealization with all this suppression and masochism and approval and perfection. My love, you are so welcome. And if it sounds for you like interesting, but you don't believe that it's possible or hesitate, like if you never ever try anything like this, but it's resonate to your heart, I have an option in this program, like you can sign up with guaranteed result. Like if in particular time you don't have particular result, all the payment gonna return to you. So we starting very soon, and till 18th of November I have early birds option to sign up. Love you all. Let's create together and have fun with this life.